Live from the heart of West Texas, this is First Line News with Brent Clark. This is your host extraordinary, Brent Clark. I tell you what, Americans ought to be hopping mad, but I think we also need to wake up and smell the coffee. Now, I apologize for not podcasting yesterday. Things happen. But we're going to go ahead and go into the news of the day. We're going to try to keep this as proactive as possible because, well, what do I say? A lot of people are angry and reactive. Okay, so we're going into the conservative news of the day. So get ready. Now, I'm thinking the one that we're going to focus on the most is going to be the Federalist. We can access it. Here it is. The Federalist. Watchdog group flies Interior IG complaint over Tracy Stone Manning's apparent lie to Congress. All right. Everybody's going nuts over this critical race theory debate, and don't get me wrong, that's important. But this is something that's equally important. I want you to look at this. A government watchdog group filed a complaint with the Inspector General's office at the U.S. Department of the Interior on Tuesday, arguing that newly confirmed Bureau of Land Management Director Tracy Stone Manning violated the False Statements Act. When we got a government, the people that lie through their teeth, let me tell you something, that's enough to get up and mad. Now I know a lot of people are upset over job rates, and yeah, they are the worst in history. But listen to me. Listen to me. A lot of people that listen to James Hendrick Empowerment, they want to look beyond job. They want to look to career. They want to look to dream. Okay? The 2020 election wasn't stolen. It was bought by Mark Zuckerberg. I want you to listen. You know, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. This is also from the Federation, the Federalist. During the 2020 elections, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg spent hundreds of millions of dollars to turn out likely Democratic voters. But this wasn't traditional political spending. He funded a targeted private takeover of government election operations by nominally nonpartisans, but demonstrably ideological non-profit organizations. Non-partisans, huh? More like partisan hacks. I will. Election wasn't stolen, it was bought. You can't tell me that it wasn't bought. Now, there is one thing about the January 6th thing, but come on, guys, let's get some let's think about this. Folks, we got some serious problems here. Oh, this is something. This is something that could get some people confused and possibly that blood boil here on in the federals. I want you to look at this piece here. We can get it loaded. New sex ed Common Core with force explicit images, gender mayhem, and abortion on kids. You want to deal with this? You want me to deal with this? And then I know what I'm going to say is going to take people off. Kids in grade school, send them to private school or homeschool. Send them to private school or homeschool. Love your kids and hold them tight. Don't let this socialist agenda get to you. Love your kids and hold them tight. I'm going to tell you something. This is not the America that I grew up upon. COVID has made it more apparent. The way I grew up, when we went to church on Sunday morning, sex ed, shoot. That was at the discretion of the parents. And abortion, you didn't talk about that, when you was living at home. I didn't start getting into those instances. It was my later high school and college years when I began to see the differences between pro-life and pro-choice. So I'm going to challenge you to look proactively, all right? Listen to me. Hug your kids. Hold them tight. Now, there are some kids out there, I think, that are smarter than some of them public school systems give them credit. And I think the reason why is because the parents work with them. What's going on in this country? I know a lot of people cover the economic news, and that's important, okay? Don't get me wrong. I think we need to make improvements to our economy. But I also know we could do a lot better here. Alright? America needs to wake up. And wake up now. And return to the Lord. Alright? Listen to me. The only limits are set are the ones that you impose. And yeah, we have been played by all levels of government under this Biden fraud. But listen to me. You want to start making for change? Don't just get mad. Don't just get mad and reactive. Get proactive. That's the message of James Hendrick Empowerment. Alright? Hope that you enjoyed listening to Frontline News with Brent Clark. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become receiving a chance to update daily the news. This is Frontline News saying until next time, God bless and be proactively informed.